well, I wanted to do a really neutral look with my new Bobbi Brown palette, so if you'd like to see how I created it, just keep on watching. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have been dying to get on here and do some videos with some of my newer products that I have gotten in the last week or so. I work all weekend long, so it's extremely hard for me to try and film on the weekend, and I do have to work tonight. So this isn't going to be too crazy of a look. I got to keep it work appropriate. But I do want to do a quick video, and I have not yet tried this Bobbi Brown palette. This is the High Bar eyeshadow palette. I saw it at Nordstrom's Rack the other day when I stopped in there and thought it was absolutely gorgeous. The shimmers in it are beautiful, just a really cute palette. And I really have 1,000 palettes with these colors, but you never know, which ones you're gonna like absolutely fall in love with. To save time for this video, the things that I've already done is my moisturizing, my primer. I did use, so for my primer, I'm a primer freak. I love my primers. I feel like your makeup look is only going to be as good as like your base. I have this fly flying around. It's driving me insane. Anyhow, so I used a couple different primers while I did my moisturizer. And another thing, when I do my prepping for my makeup, I will put my moisturizer and my SPF on, and then I will go do some things around the house that I need to do and let that soak in for about 20 minutes. It really makes a huge difference in the way your makeup grips your skin. It makes it so that the moisturizer is soaked into your skin, and your foundation or whatever you're going to use after that doesn't like slide around on your face. So that's a really important step to keep in mind. And then I do my primers, and I also let my primers set in for a few minutes, not necessarily 20 minutes, but I let them soak in a little bit before moving on to my next step. This is one of my absolute favorite primers. This is by First Aid Beauty. It's the Hello Fab Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. I am a total dewy finish chick. I love a dewy, glowy finish, but this primer is amazing for blurring pores and fine lines. I always use this one, and normally I use a couple different primers each day. I also today used my Too Faced Hangover RX. This is just really a really good moisturizer. I almost feel like it's a moisturizer out instead of a primer. It is a primer, but I don't feel like it does the best job blurring pores or covering fine lines, but it does leave your face feeling moisturized. So I used this and my other one. And then I did start with Charlotte Tilbury's Light Wonder Foundation. This is actually a tinted moisturizer, which I love for the summer. And I just use a little bit of this with a dash of my Milani Glow Drops. And I just literally use like maybe like a half a pump of this and just a little bit of this. And I mix them together on my fingers and just kind of like put it around my face just so that I have a nice even start. And then I will go in later with some concealer just in the places that I need a little bit of extra coverage under my eyes, and if I have any blemishes or anything like that. So that is what I have done so far. I have also primed and set my eyes in the way that I normally do, and I haven't even yet decided how I want to go in with this palette. That is my 2-year-old. We're going through the terrible twos. So yay for that. I think I'm going to do just probably like a neutral look, because like I said, I am going to work today. So I'm going to go in and start with this light color right here. It's like just a super light transition color, kind of like a tan color. And I'm going to start with that as a transition. So I'm just going to kind of bring it all right above my crease. And for me, I know I've mentioned before, I have hooded eyes, so I like to take it just above my natural crease and kind of create my own crease, because it creates that illusion of a bigger, more open eye. And when I'm blending my transition colors, I am at the edges always blending up, never down, because blending down is going to drag your eye down, and we always want to lift with everything that we do, right? We want to keep things looking lifted and open. So blending up on the edges and then just around, and this is a very light, almost skin colored transition color. So we definitely want to build it up just a bit. And another thing when you are doing eye makeup is it's always about building and blending. We never want to just throw a color on there and try and make it as dark as we're going to want it right away, because that creates harsh lines and it just doesn't look well. We want our colors to literally just melt into one another and have very smooth transitions. So that is why blending and building the color by going back in and going over it again is very important in the overall look. So I'm really liking how this is coming out for a transition color. Like I said, this is the first time that I've played in this palette. I only swatched this glittery color, and I think that's the only one I even swatched. So this is brand new for me, but I am liking it so far. Just a really subtle, pretty transition color. So I'm just gonna work on one eye right now, and then I will go in later and finish the other eye. So I'm happy with the way that came out. I do think I'm gonna go in and layer the transition color for this look, and I'm gonna go in with this color that is almost like the other color, but just a darker version. This one right here. Just dipping my brush in and tapping for fallout and doing the same exact thing that I did with the previous color. And yep, it's literally almost like an identical color, just a couple shades darker. Boy, I'm really liking this formula. Have you guys tried Bobbi Brown eyeshadow before? This is the first time that I had picked anything up as far as his eyeshadows, and I hadn't gotten them in any of my subscription boxes yet, so I really was kind of excited when I saw it there. I think this palette normally costs around $45 or something like that, and I think I was able to pick it up for $29, so that was cool. Not like some massive discount, but I didn't pay full price for it either, so that's always nice. And just continuing to blend this all out. It's looking really cute. Sometimes when I'm blending up, I get kickback up here, but that's not a big deal because we can always go back and clean things up for the final look. I would always rather be bringing it up than bringing it down and have that droopy eye look going on. So, all right, I'm liking it. So, I'm trying to decide, do I want to do like a totally golden look, or do I want to try a pop of this pink in there? Man, decisions. Man, what do I want to do? I probably should have figured this out before I started the video, huh? Okay, you know what? I better keep it pretty neutral. I'm going to work. I think I'm just going to... Let me switch brushes here. I'm going to use... Oh, I probably should have said I was just using one of my round blending brushes. I'm going to find one that's a little bit smaller and a little bit more precise, but the same kind of brush. So let me see. The other day, just took like all my brushes, I have so many, and like cleaned them all out together. Man, it takes forever when I do that, but I'm always so happy after I did, because it's like, I love starting with fresh brushes. I feel like I'm missing some. What is going on? I bet you my 2-year-old's getting in here when I'm at work, and like I'm gonna like end up cleaning one day and finding like a stockpile of the makeup that I haven't been able to find, and my brushes that I haven't been able to find. So like I said, I'm just trying to find one that's gonna be a little bit more precise in the application. So I'm just gonna use this one. All right, I'm just gonna be careful with that. I can't find what I'm looking for right now. So I'm gonna go in with this deeper color right here. And I'm just going to use this to deepen up the outer V. And I'm bringing it into my crease, but just on the outer edge of the eye, just to give the look some depth. And again, with this, we want to build it up, not just slap it on there. We need to build and blend to keep the look looking smooth and blended. Yeah, these colors are blending very nicely, very effortlessly, it seems like. So that's a plus. I'm really happy with that. Of course, one thing that I always do with my eye looks, like I've mentioned before, is priming and setting with, I always use my Becca, the Hydro Mist, for setting my primer on my eye. And I will tell you that makes a huge difference in, for blending the colors. It literally makes it so much easier to blend them. It's almost like effortlessly, unless you've got some real shitty shadow. So I'm just going to continue to build up that corner for a minute and just continue to blend it out. And I'm not taking it all the way in, I'm just keeping it right on the edge. Really want that darker color to transition nicely into the other shades. Man, I really got a couple of zits going on today, which is out of the ordinary for me. I have really dry skin, so breakouts for me are not something that happen a lot. But for whatever reason, I have been using a couple new skincare products in my routine, so maybe something that I'm using is irritating my skin a bit. Which kind of sucks because I'm using a bunch of new things, so I wouldn't even know what it is, which is probably not smart. Okay, so that's looking good. Here's where we're at right now. And I'm thinking that for my lid, I'm going to do this color right here, and I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up, but it is a super light gold shimmer. And the shimmer is kind of subtle in this one. Like, it's not super, super shimmery. So I'm gonna find a... I'm gonna use a brush like this, and I'm going to use it wet because that is going to make the color pop more. And I'm just gonna spray my brush with this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Rose. It says it's a 3-in-1 preparer, primer. What is this? What? I'm like, I was trying to read the side that was in another language. Okay, Jeannie, get it together. Jesus. This is a 3-in-1. It says that it's prep, set, refresh. So anyways, I like to use this when I'm need my brush to be wet. I think it works really well for eyeshadow application when we are wanting the color to show up a little more. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to start in the inner corner here of my lid and just start applying that. And I'm not going to take it all the way throughout my lid. I'm going to stop about 3/4. I'm going to stop with this color right where that last darker color that I put on the outer corner of my eye begins. So I'll be stopping this color where that one begins. But I am going to really pack this color on there so that, to give it that wow factor. You guys, this color is super pretty. I am loving this palette. So glad I picked this up, you know, because when I had thought about it and I'm like, man, I don't have any Bobbi Brown. I really want to try it. But then I was looking at the palette and I'm like, I mean, how freaking many golden shimmer palettes can one person really use? I mean, but I got it and I'm glad I did. So, man, I am having, it's allergy season in Michigan, and still I'm having this allergy problem. My eyes are watering, my nose is running, and it sucks when you're trying to do your eye makeup and you can't get your eyes to stop watering. So this is where we're at with this. It's looking really cute. I am going to take and start, I'm going to take this color and kind of like right here in the inner corner and start blending this golden color out into the upper area of my eye. It's gonna make it's gonna just blend in really nicely in the end here. And it's gonna lighten up this area in here. Make it nice and light and bright and add some shimmers. So that is where we are at with that. Just continuing to pack that color on there. This is looking really pretty. And subtle enough for work. So I am just gonna take that brush that I used for, I'm starting to forget what brush I used. Okay, so that darker color, that darkest color that I use, I'm gonna go back into that just very lightly, just like boom, boom, tap, tap. And I'm going to just brush it along my natural crease line once or twice. Just because going to add some depth and definition, and just kind of in places that I went a little bit too high with the shimmer, it's going to fix that. Yeah, so this is looking cute. This is where we are at. So I have been loving, I got this, the Ofra Pro, Boho Pro palette. I tried this out a couple times. I do like it. It was okay. I felt like the colors blended really well, but the highlight colors I am loving. So I'm going to use that for my inner corner and just underneath the arch on my brow bone. And let me find a good brush for that. So I am going to, I'm running out of room here. I'm going to use this flat shading brush. And I'm thinking I'm going to go in with this one. Guys, these highlights are freaking gorgeous. And I'm going to pop it right in the inner corner. I'm going to take it in just a bit too, just to lighten it up. And then I'm going to take a tad, and with this, I'm keeping it just where my eyebrow arches, just in that upper arch, just below it, because it'll catch the light and lift the eye. All right, so this is what we have. Super cute, neutral, natural. I'm going to hop off camera, do the other eye really quick, and we will be right back for the final look. Okay, I'm back and I finished the other look and popped a little bit of blush on, mascara on. I'm actually super annoyed. So I was deciding whether or not to do lashes with this look, and I decided just to do some mascara with this, just to keep with the neutral, natural kind of thing. So you could absolutely use lashes if you wanted to take this look to the next level. I decided to do mascara, and I found one that I hadn't used in a while. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about this one, and I went and used it, and it was like dried out, and it clumped up my lashes. It was a huge mess. I was trying to like brush them out with this spoolie, and so my lashes are looking a little crazy. It kind of bummed me out. If I didn't have to work, I probably would just freaking start all over, but I don't have time for that today, so I'm just going to have to go with what I've got. But I'm super happy with the palette and the look that it created. I love soft brown looks with gold. It looks really cute with brown eyes. I popped a bit of this Ofra Madison Miller blush on my cheeks, and then again, you guys, I mentioned this the other day in my Sephora haul video. This is the Glow Away Marc Jacobs Face Luminizer in Moonlit. They have Sunlit and Moonlit. I want to get the Sunlit too. These highlighters just melt into your skin. It's not even like makeup. It just gives you like a glow, a lit from within look. This is amazing. And the beauty line is ending, so pick it up while you can. $16 on Sephora. I love this stuff. I definitely need some more. And then I just popped a little bit of my pure lip oil on just for some hydration and gloss. And that is going to be it for this look today. Don't forget to subscribe. We have monthly giveaways, lots of tutorials coming up because I've got so much new stuff to try out. BoxyCharm Base Box is on the way. Premium will be following. Ipsy and Ipsy Plus will be on the way soon, all for the month of June, plus more pop-up sales that I have on the way that have not got here yet. So lots more to come along with June's monthly giveaway. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button so you won't miss any of the videos and you won't miss when the next giveaway happens. Have a good day, you guys.